Okay, so here we are at the Raven Rock Eco Village, and I walked up on them gardening here. Check out what they've got growing already. And you can see they're working on these new garden beds right here. And I saw Jill using this device, and I thought, holy Toledo, I need one of these. And then come to find out, Don tells me that they made it. So let's go ask him about that. And so you learned about this from a book, correct? This tool over here?
Yeah, it's a tool called a Ubar, and John Jevons has championed Mr. Chadwick's gardening principles of biodynamic French intensive gardening, and where you plant everything in beds and you do not walk on the beds, you just walk on the paths.
And
so the soil
here's the
stays
paths.
Loose and aerated. And so our beds are 25 feet long and 4 feet wide. And this U-bar, once the soil has been loosened initially by double digging, every year you can just loosen it up quickly with this tool, which was actually designed during the French Middle Ages by the noblemen to get more work out of their peasants, because one man could move so much more soil if he had a tool like this. But we're benefiting from now because we don't like to use rototillers, which grind up the soil too fine for most biodynamic life. So this just loosens it up and lets air and moisture down in to the ground. And then we put on an inch of compost every year and sift that into the top 3 inches. And when I plant kale and collards, the intensive method is to plant them close enough together so that when they're full grown, they shade out the weeds. I have very little time for weeding, so you can put a layer of mulch on, which I put on actually before we plant them, and I hardly have to do any weeding all year. I do a little bit of weeding, but it really holds the moisture in the ground much better than if it's bare, keeps down the weeds, and I love it. And keeps the plants cleaner. They don't get splashed with mud when it rains.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that.
Kale, collards, we do it that way. Lettuce, because the crop rotation is so short, I don't mulch the lettuce. Just plant it close enough so that after a couple of early weedings, it pretty much keeps everything else out.
Yeah, it looks like they're shading stuff out right now.
It's hard to get garden planted like we used to because I'm busy with so many other things. And this lettuce actually volunteered from plants that were left in the ground last year. So we had great lettuce early this year because it just grew on its own.
Look at this, y'all.
And
wow, volunteer lettuce garden. You have no idea how happy that makes me feel.
so anyway, we plant tomatoes close together. They're in a different garden, but we sell them at the farmers market in Columbus, Ohio, and also the kale and collards at the Columbus market, as well as use some ourselves. And we use all organic methods, though the garden used to be certified. It's not now because some of the requirements about how I make compost I didn't agree with. And also the record keeping of every little bit we gave to a neighbor or used ourselves was supposed to be recorded. And it has become odious to do that much record keeping. So our customers in Columbus know that they're getting organic food, even if it's not labeled certified organic.
Yes, yes. Well, that's ultimately what matters most. Well, awesome. I'm so impressed with everything you guys are doing. Is there anything else you want to share about gardening here on the community?
No, other people, Rich and Mary Sidwell use the same method, but people are free to garden, however they wish to garden. But this is proven to be very productive. It actually uses less water when you're mulching, and it's just been great.
Awesome. And can you remind everybody of your website and Facebook name?
Yes, the Facebook is ravenrocks.org. I'm not sure Facebook. And the website is raven-rocks.org.
Awesome. Thank you so much.